Hey, how you doing everyone? Welcome to my live on how to make thousands flipping pallets with zero money down. Alright, so I'm going to probably go for about an hour. Not going to go beyond that because I appreciate people are busy, it's a Monday, and obviously I want to be respectful of your time, so I'll keep it probably up to about 60 minutes. But I'm going to wait a minute or two for more people to join, and then I will kick off and start going into a bit more detail on how this business works. And I think because obviously it's not going to be, I can't sort of fit all of this into an hour. So what I'm going to be doing more of is sort of giving you like a bird's eye view of how this works and how you can make money in this business. Now, obviously, disclaimer: you're not going to make money in this business by just watching trainings. You're not going to make money in this business by just consuming what I'm showing you. All right. The only way you're going to make money in this business is by consuming what I'm going to show you and then taking action. Because basically knowledge means nothing without implementing what you've learned. All right. The problem that I see with most people is that people love consuming knowledge and learning stuff, and then basically procrastinate and don't implement. And at the end of the day, I love this. I'm just going to take this mint out of my mouth. One sec. So, I love the saying, money loves speed. Meaning, when you learn something, when you learn an approach to doing something in business, whatever kind of business, you need to just go and try it. Go and test it out. Go and implement it. Otherwise, you're never going to know if it works or not, are you? There's no point just going online and learning things from people. Going on YouTube and learning things from people. Look, reading people's posts and, just consuming and consuming. Instead of consuming and consuming, try actually implementing what you're going to learn. So today I'm going to show you some methods that I use in my business. Like, I'm here in my office every single day sourcing pallets of goods from businesses and then flipping those pallets of goods onto other businesses. All right. Now, if you have missed the training, you're watching the replay, what I'm going to say is, if you've got any questions, whether you're on the live or you're on the replay, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below and I will look at the end. I will answer the questions right at the end of the training. I'm not going to answer any questions through the session. All right. So firstly, how is this different from everything else that you've seen or even tried? Now, I know a lot of people have joined this group from my other group. Now, a lot of you won't know, but I've actually got another group which is just hit over 9,000 people. And it's actually a buy and sell group where people can buy and sell pallets and truckloads of goods. But what I found is that the majority of the people that join these groups are mainly in America, and they are in that highly saturated business of buying and selling, buying pallets of liquidation pallets, store returns. It's a huge industry, huge. But the only problem is with that industry is that only a very small percentage of people are actually making money. The rest of the people are trying to make money, struggling to make money, only making a little bit of money or losing money. Most people that are trying to make money in the liquidation, store returns, retailer returns, pallets business, they're not making money. They're losing money. And all they're doing is they're just jumping onto something that everyone else is jumping onto and trying to make money with it. And how they do it is that they'll buy pallets of like Amazon returns or Walmart returns or something like that. Then they'll ship those pallets into their warehouse or storage, and then they'll literally go through each product one by one, checking each product, making sure it's okay to resell, and then they'll list that one product, you know, each product that they check that looks okay, they'll list it on eBay or Amazon or wherever online, and they'll resell it, and then they'll sell it, and then pack it and post it, send it out to the person that's bought it off them. Firstly, they've probably paid too much for that pallet that they've bought. Secondly, it's very time consuming buying those liquidation pallets, because when you're handling those pallets of liquidation store returns pallets, there's a lot of time involved. There's a lot of your time involved in handling those products, you know, and checking each product one by one. And then the price of those products are not even that cheap. And then when you actually break down each product, when you go through each product on that pallet, there's a percentage of them that are actually crap, unsaleable. So why is my method completely different? Number one, I'm not dealing ever in liquidation pallets or store returns or retailer returns. Every single deal that I buy, like you see behind me, these are just samples that I get from businesses. Every pallet that I buy, every truckload that I buy are all brand new products, except they are all highly discounted products because they are surplus, they are overstocks, that type of stock, but they are all brand new goods. So we're not having to check each product. And also, number two, we're not retailing anything either. We're not buying pallets in to check each product and then retail each product one by one. No, we're actually buying pallets of goods and we're just moving them straight on to other businesses. We're just flipping them straight on. So we are actually wholesale. We're a wholesale business. We're not a retail business. We're buying pallets of goods or truckloads of goods, and we're already lining up a buyer to buy those goods. We're flipping that whole deal on to someone else, whether it's one pallet, 5 pallets, 10 pallets, or a truckload of goods. We are just flipping that whole deal straight on to another business. And another good reason why we are very different is that everything that we buy, whether it's a pallet or 10 pallets or a truckload, we never touch, see or handle any of it whatsoever. We never handle or see any of it. We're literally doing that whole deal all online. We're finding the goods online from one business and we're flipping the goods onto another business, and it's all done 100% online, which makes it a way more time-effective business, all right? A way more time-effective business compared to the liquidation pallet business, all right? Now, what's in it for you if you came into this business? Well, I'll tell you. Think about it. If you are buying these liquidation pallets, you might not even be doing any of this, by the way. You know, you might be just completely new, a complete newbie, and you're just curious, and you've come on here to have a look at what this is all about. And yeah, there's a lot of people that are very curious to know, how do you make thousands flipping pallets with no money down? I'm going to go into that a bit later. But what's in it for you is the fact that this is a more time-effective, cost-effective, and less riskier way of making money in the business of buying and flipping pallets of goods, because you are never having to invest your own money into any pallets of inventory, which is brilliant. I mean, name a business where you can move pallets, even truckloads of goods, without using a penny of your own money. Like, there isn't anything like that around. You're probably thinking, how do I know this is a real business? How do I know this is a real business opportunity? Well, first of all, you can check me out. I mean, I'll go into this a bit later, but like, I'm here in my office buying and selling pallets and truckloads of goods each day, each week, each month, each year, all right? And I've been involved in this business since 1992, believe it or not, 30 years. This year, I've been doing it for 30 years. It's a real opportunity. And as I say, I'm doing this every day. And all the pallets and truckloads of goods that I buy and sell, I never actually see. I never touch. I never handle. I never physically handle anything that I buy and sell. I'm doing the whole thing online. So it's a very real opportunity, because not only am I teaching this stuff now to people, obviously I've created an education side to this business, but I'm still doing what I teach. I practice what I preach. I'm one of these coaches that I'm a real coach, because I actually do what I teach. I don't just teach something and pretend that I do it, like these Amazon coaches and affiliate marketing coaches, liquidation pallet coaches. A lot of these guys, a lot of these gurus, you know, they teach these things, but they don't actually do it themselves. And it is a real opportunity because, you know, there are businesses out there with goods sitting in their warehouse that they need to get rid of. Like millions of businesses out there with pallets and pallets of unwanted, unused pallets of goods that they just simply need to get rid of. So that opportunity right there is just a future-proof business. It's just gone on and on and on for years. As I say, I've been doing it for 30 years. There'll always be businesses with pallets of brand new goods sitting in their warehouse that they are stuck with, that they need to get rid of. What is holding you back from doing this? Or what is holding you back from doing what you're actually doing already? You might be already doing this in like the liquidation pallet business. You might already be doing it, but like you're probably trying different ways. And as I say, you're either struggling to make it work, you're not consistent enough, you're not making consistent money every week, you're not making consistent money every month, you're losing money on deals that you buy, you're struggling to sell these pallets that you're buying, and it's just basically one of those businesses where you're hitting walls all the time, which is not a good thing. And, you know, if you are losing money trying things, or if you've lost money trying things, it's not your fault whatsoever. You're just in an industry, you know, the liquidation pallet industry, if you're in that industry, or if you're in or if you're trying another online opportunity like drop shipping or Amazon, e-commerce, etc. You know, all those businesses, they're all very highly competitive, highly saturated. It's not your fault. You're just in a very, very overcrowded industry. That's all. So I'm here today basically to give you hope and show you a way of making money, you know, buying and selling pallets of goods, but doing it in a very, very under the radar way that hardly anyone does. Hardly anyone does it this way, guys. All right? So don't blame yourself if you're not making money. If you're not making money online, I don't want you to blame yourself. Don't beat yourself up about it, because as I say, you've just probably been trying things that are just very, very crowded and highly saturated. And that's the main reason why you struggle to make money. Because, you know, there's only a tiny percentage of people that are, you know, that are making money buying and selling online. And, you know, the ones that aren't, I'll say to you straight, it's very hard making money online, because most of the the ways of making money online, they're just overcrowded now, highly saturated. Everything that you try online to make money with is highly saturated. The business that I'm in is a not business to consumer, meaning I'm not buying goods in to resell to, I'm not retailing goods online like on eBay, Amazon or an e-commerce store. No, I'm buying goods from one business and I'm moving goods on to another business. So I'm doing it in a B2B, business to business. That's the method that I use. I'm flipping pallets from one business to another business. So it's a business to business way of flipping pallets, all right? It's not business to consumer, meaning buying goods from one business and then retailing those goods one by one online. No, that's not the way I do it. It's not the way I teach. We are wholesale. We're not retail, all right? So, you know, I want to build a bit of trust because you obviously don't know me. You might have seen me in my group, you know, the Pallets and Truckloads group that I promote. You might have seen me in a few buy and sell groups, but basically, like, my name is Matt Goldberg and I've been in this business for 30 years, since 1992. And, you know, the business has changed a lot because when I came into the business, it was before the internet. Think about it. You know, buying and selling pallets of goods before the internet. What was that like? It was very, very hard and very, very different. I used to be on the telephone all day, phoning businesses, seeing if they had any pallets of goods they wanted to get rid of. I'd be ringing one business after the next, and I'd be using a telephone directory. And then after the phone call, once I'd got the contact name in that business, I'd have someone faxing. I'd use a fax machine. I'd be faxing through a piece of paper, like, you know, introducing my business and seeing if they had any pallets of goods they wanted to get rid of, any surplus or slow moving or overstocks they wanted to get rid of. As the internet came in, I started to create loads of great methods to buy and sell pallets of goods in a way that was very, let's say, more time effective. Because at the end of the day, I wanted to make as much money as possible without doing a lot of work. You know, because that, what I call the path of least resistance, meaning the thing that, things that I have to do in my business where I can make as much money as possible for as little effort as possible. And that's the great thing about the way I teach and the way I flip pallets, is it's done in a incredibly time effective way where I'm never touching any pallets of goods, I'm never seeing any pallets of goods, I'm never handling any pallets of goods, and I'm never using a cent of my own money. How incredible is that? So I'm doing it in the most time effective way possible, the path of least resistance, basically, guys, that's the thing that you need to find. With a business opportunity, you need to find the path of least resistance, meaning that thing that you can do where you are making money for as little effort as possible, all right? So what I'm going to show you is basically how this business works, all right? How it works, the mechanism, all right? The mechanism from going from zero to profit in the bank without any money down, all right? Without handling any goods, without touching any goods, without seeing any goods. Now, there's actually 3, 4, even 4 ways of making money flipping pallets without using a cent of your own money, believe it or not. Most people don't even know this, guys. Most people are gambling with their hard-earned money, flipping these, buying these liquidation pallets, and you're gambling basically, because at the end of the day, you don't know really what you're buying. You don't know what you're putting your money into. It's like going to the casino and putting money down on something and you don't know if you're going to win or not. You're going to either win or you're going to lose. And it's like that Storage Wars TV program that I've seen. It's like that, where people gamble, where they're buying storage units and they don't know exactly what they're going to get until they've won that unit, and then they go in and sort through it. It's like that with these liquidation pallets. You can see these pallets built up, but you don't really know what you're going to get until you unpack it all and you sort through each product. That's gambling, guys. That means that you're carrying risk, all right? You're going to potentially lose money, all right? And how is that a real business? If you are buying pallets of goods, but you are carrying risk, that is not a real business, guys. That's like going to the casino every day and gambling your money. Simple as that. And that's why I don't hide the fact that I'm a big hater, I'm anti-liquidation pallets. I'm one of the guys that hates the liquidation pallet business. I think it's a big con. It's a big scam. It's a big rip-off. The only guys that are making money in that business are the guys at the very top who get these contracts directly with the retailers, and they flip it all on to someone else. And all they're doing is they're flipping on a headache. They're flipping on a big headache to all these little guys who buy these pallets, who have the headaches. All right, the ones that are getting directly from Amazon, Walmart, Wayfair, Target, etc. The ones that are getting these contracts direct, they're not having the headaches. They're just moving these pallets straight on, and they're making the money, guys. Everyone else is not making the money. Everyone else has got the headaches. Everyone else is gambling the money by basically buying a percentage of goods that are guaranteed to be crap, unsaleable. They're paying too much for it. They're handling those goods. They're having to sort through those goods. They're having to pay storage on those goods. They're having to list those goods on eBay, Amazon, and try and make money on them, and post them, pack them. Very time-consuming way of making money. And even then, you're not guaranteed to make money either. So the way I'm doing it, the mechanism or the roadmap of the way I flip pallets is completely different, guys. So let's have a look at step one of how I'm making thousands flipping pallets. And it's completely the opposite to the liquidation pallets business, guys. Firstly, I'm dealing with brand new goods. Secondly, I'm not dealing with retailers, all right? I'm dealing with the suppliers to the retailers. I'm dealing with the suppliers to the biggest retailers in the world. So if you can imagine all the big retailers, all the suppliers to Amazon, or all the big suppliers to Walmart, for example, I'm dealing with the suppliers who supply Walmart. Does that make sense? I'm not dealing with Walmart. I'm dealing with the suppliers who supply Walmart. Or I'm dealing with the manufacturers who sell to the suppliers who sell to Walmart. All right? I'm dealing with the companies that are higher up the ladder. The great thing about this, guys, is any average person, any everyday person can deal with these businesses, all right? These are just everyday businesses, all right? Anyone can deal with them. Anyone can reach out to these businesses. So what we're doing is we are reaching out to everyday businesses, all right? Everyday businesses. They could be manufacturers. They could be importers. They could be distributors. They could be importers. They could be exporters. They could be online retailers, all right? Now, think about it. What do they all have in common, all these types of businesses? They all sell physical products, don't they? They all sell products. I'm just going to move that back a bit. So yeah, they all sell physical products. And what else do they have in common? They all have warehouses full of pallets of goods, okay? So, If they all sell physical products and they all have warehouses full of pallets of goods, what does that mean? It means that they all have headaches. They all have, at one time or another through the year, pallets and pallets of unwanted, unused goods they want to get rid of. All right? Now, we are reaching out to these businesses and they are offering us pallets of goods that they want to get rid of. And we are accessing these pallets of goods, brand new, at pennies in the pound, cents in the dollar. And what we are doing is, we're not throwing money at this stock. We're just moving it straight on to other businesses. All right? Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to explain how this process works, and I'm going to come back in part 2 of how this works, guys. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I've kind of arranged this a bit short notice and not a lot of people are on here, and I want to try and get more people on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back tomorrow, give people more notice, and I'm going to show you the exact process of how this works, guys. So look out for part 2 of my live here on how to go from zero to profit in the bank, how to make thousands flipping pallets with no money down. I'm going to explain it exactly how this is done tomorrow, guys. All right, so please check back or look out, and I will tell you what time I'll be on. So keep a lookout, guys, and I will see you back here tomorrow, probably around the same time. All right, and we will go through each step on how this is done. All right, see you soon.